Trump supporter.
Why do you like him?
Because he's all business.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next President of the United States, Mr. Donald J.
Early in the morning, that's why you're here. There are thousands of people outside. Well, we're going to have a little fun today, but we're talking about a lot of bad subjects. You know, we're not talking about good, but we're talking about subjects where we will recover and will do better than ever before. I'm telling you. Promise. So, you know, I landed, and there are thousands, literally thousands of people lined up trying to get into this room. That's not going to happen. In fact, I want to thank the fire marshal. I love you very much. I was with the fire marshal. They really did. They went all out today. They had people standing at every door, and it was good. I love you too. Thank you. I love you. I love you. Well, you know, we're really doing, it's an amazing phenomenon that's taken place. I was called by one of the biggest reporters in the world saying, how does it feel? I said, how does what feel? What you've done has never been done before in politics, which is really true. I mean, I said, well, you know, they called it the summer of Trump, now it's the autumn of Trump, and we just keep going on, and all the pundits keep saying, well, maybe now he's going to fall, maybe now. Well, I don't think we're going to fall. I don't think we're going to fall, because I don't fall, and you don't fall. We're people that know how to win, and we win. You're all hoping. Even some of the other candidates who do these ads, oh, he's tough, he's mean. I'm not mean, I'm a nice person. I'm just tired of seeing gross incompetence and stupidity. I love doing it, and I only love doing it because when you're number one in every poll, you like to sort of do it, right? So, you ready? Number one, I'm beating Hillary big in the box fight. I'll be honest, look, I know her. She doesn't have the strength or the stamina.
How are you, buddy?
How you doing?
Good, good to see you.
Nice to see you. I like you. You look good.
You know what? And I say it strong. You ever notice? She goes and has something, and then you don't see her for 3 or 4 days. We can't have that. We need somebody with endurance, with unbelievable strength. We just can't do this. We can't do it anymore. She goes back to sleep. So ready? So in Fox, killing everybody. Killing everybody. I don't have to go over the numbers. I'm at 28. ABC News, Washington Post. Trump is at 32, killing everybody. I can only say that because they're back there, they're waiting for just a little mistake. That'll be the biggest story. CBS News, YouGov, really, really killing everybody. But winning in Iowa, big. Winning in New Hampshire, big. Winning in South Carolina, big, big, big. The Gravis National Poll, great polling company. Listen to this one. Trump, 37%. That's with 15 people. Think of it. Now people say maybe he's plateaued. I'd take that plateau. I'll stop. I'm okay. Trump 37. Carson, who's on a big downslide at 15. Rubio 14 and Cruz 12. So I'm at 37 to 15, 14 and 12. That's a lot. Morning Consult, great poll. Tremendous numbers of people that they poll. Trump 38%. Carson 18 heading down. Trump versus Clinton, Trump 44 to 41. And remember this, that's before I started. I haven't worked on her yet. I've worked on Perry. I've worked on Lindsey Graham. How about, think of it, everybody I've worked on, and in just about all cases, they came at me first. Wouldn't it be nice if our country could do that too? Every single person, they come after me and we go after them, and you know, people start to realize that's what we want. I just want to win. You know, I love my company, I love what I'm doing. I filed papers that were unbelievable papers. And the only reason I say that, unbelievable financial papers, and they were all hoping, they were praying, they were saying, oh, please. Actually, a lot of them don't pray. You know, they don't pray. We pray, but a lot of them don't pray. But they were all hoping that the numbers wouldn't be so good. And the numbers turned out to be much, much greater than anybody ever expected. And the point is, tremendous company, tremendous assets, very low debt, tremendous cash flows. There's never been a statement filed like that, ever, with the FEC. Now, what happens is, I mentioned that for one reason. We need that kind of thinking for running our country. We need it, among other things, but we need it. So we're leading in New Jersey big, we're leading in Texas big, we're leading in Ohio, beating the hell out of this guy Kasich, who's terrible. He's a terrible debater. Terrible. We're leading in leadership. A couple of minors. By the way, do you hear the helicopter going back and forth? You know what I'm doing? See? You don't get that. I'm sorry, but they're standing outside. We're taking children up. Look at this beautiful young guy right here. Now he's disappointed that he's here. We're taking a lot of young children up and down in the helicopter, and they're having a good time. They're having a good time. This is the only time when prime location wasn't a good thing, you see, for the kids. So anyway, so we're leading in New Jersey, leading in Texas, leading in Ohio, leading big in New Hampshire, leading in Iowa, leading monstrously in South Carolina, North Carolina. We're leading in Florida against a sitting senator. Sitting senator. We're leading against an ex-governor, Bush, in favor of Common Core. Can you believe you're in favor of Common Core? By the way, because we have so many things to talk about, I just want to say it up front right now. Second Amendment, 100%. Remember it. Common Core, out. Common Core, out. Second Amendment, up, up, up. If some of those folks that were just slaughtered in Paris, if a couple of guns were in that room that were held by the good guys, you would have had a totally different story, let me tell you. You would have had a totally different story. Would have been a different world, and I can say that about a lot of these crazy attacks. You have gun-free zones in this country. We have gun-free zones on our military bases. The 6 people we lost recently, 2 of them were world-class soldiers. Could handle weapons better than anybody. They're sitting in a gun-free zone. A gun-free zone, think of it. And they couldn't use their, and they were slaughtered. And it's not going to happen anymore. Not going to happen anymore. Be nice to the person. Be nice. Be nice to the person. Don't hurt the person. Don't hurt the person. Don't hurt the person. Don't hurt the person. Okay. So, but don't be rude. Don't be rude, please. Don't be rude. But don't hurt the person. Okay? So if they would have had guns, you wouldn't have had the carnage that you had. So just to finish off in Florida. So we are beating a sitting senator who never votes for Florida. He's got the worst voting record in the state. He's got the vote. Escort the person out, please. Thank you. Thank you. Escort the person out, please. Thank you. Nicely escort the person out, very nicely. Very nicely. Come on, let's go, come on. Let's go, you can go faster than that, come on. Come on, you can go faster. Let's go. Come on. They're being taken away from American people. They're being taken away. And I want people to come into the country, but they have to do it legally, they have to. And I'm going to love them, and you know what? When people graduate from Harvard and Yale and the Wharton School of Finance and Stanford and Princeton and all these great schools, and then they're forced out of the country, I want them to stay. I want very talented people to stay. I know a case, one of the top students at Harvard graduates, gets thrown out of the country, starts up a company in India, employing thousands of people now, over a period of 5 years. Thousands of people wanted to do the same thing here. We can't do that. We can't do that. We have to be smart. So I want people in the country, and I want people to come in the country, but they have to do it legally. And when somebody graduates and is an outstanding sport, you know, a lot of the Republicans have become tough guys all of a sudden. They're tough guys all of a sudden. Like you have Rubio, so weak on illegal immigration. He was a member of the Gang of Eight. You know what the Gang of Eight was, right? Come on in, everybody, take our property, come on in. All of a sudden his polls go down. Now look, Rubio, who I really don't know, I sat next to him on the stage, or I stood next to him on the stage, but you just look at what we're competing with. We'll talk about a couple of them. So Rubio comes out, he represents for a short period of time the people of Florida. He's got the worst attendance record in the United States and doesn't vote. He's weak on, very weak on illegal immigration, totally in favor of amnesty, which you can't do, okay? You look at Bush, Bush is in favor of Common Core. I don't even mention him anymore. You know, I hit him hard at the beginning because, you know, I think Bush whether you like Bush or not, you would think that he has the advantage because he's from a family that's been involved, right? I don't know if I like it, but he's from a family. So I came up with the statement because I believe it. He's a low energy person, right? It's a low energy. And everybody said, you're right, that was it. But I don't think he's there. But if you look at Bush, he's in favor of Common Core. How can you be in favor of Common Core educationally? I want education to be brought to this level, to the level where you have local people that love their children and want to see good for their children, not some bureaucrat in Washington that's getting paid less about the children in Florida or Iowa or New Hampshire or South Carolina or California or New York. You get these people that are making a fortune. You see the salaries they're being paid? And think of it. If it worked, I'd be fine. But in the entire world, we're number 28 on education. And then they fight for Common Core. Anybody in favor of Common Core should be defeated at the polls because they have no sense. They have no sense. Now, I took a lot of heat from a newspaper that's a failing newspaper called the New York Times. Failing. No, it's failing. You know, it's hard for me to say this, but yesterday they had 3 years. So the New York Times, which is in huge financial difficulty, which won't make it, somebody will come along, some rich guy, now some rich guy that wants to be relevant, and you know, rich, but nobody ever heard of him, he can't get a place in a restaurant. A lot of those guys, I have a lot of friends that call me, they said, Don, that we're $2-3 million. Don, you can be very